You're out on the streets and someone is going to throw a punch at you. How do you anticipate that there's a punch coming at you? And also, how do you defend that punch so you can either run away to danger or you can come back with the counter punch and do your own damage? On this video, I'm going to talk all about how you can see a punch coming at you when you're out on the street. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a great drill that you can do at home that's going to really help with your reactions and your speed. So make sure you hang around till the end and watch that tip right there. And if you're new to this channel, my name's Tony Jeffries. I'm an Olympic bronze medalist boxer, former undefeated professional, 7 times national champion, European gold medalist. And on this YouTube channel, I give you everything boxing, how to punch harder, how to punch faster, you name it, it's on this channel. So for more videos like this, please subscribe and hit that bell notification. One other little thing I missed off my bio there is I had 106 fights in the ring, and as well outside the ring. Before I made it in the Olympics, I was a nightclub doorman. I worked the doors for years. So I've been around so many street fights. I've been in quite a few myself. I wouldn't like to say I'm a street fighter because I'm not a fan of street fighting, and I don't recommend street fighting at all. You know, the bigger man will always walk away. But it does happen. There is some crazy people out there who do want to come and punch you. So I'm going to tell you all about that and how you can tell if someone is going to punch you and what to do to get out the way of it. And then if you want, come back with a punch of your own. First thing is, when you're on the streets, what punch people generally throw is an overhand right, where it'll be like a on the back here, and you know, that is actually the easiest punch to defend or for you to anticipate so you can move out the way and come back with a counter punch of your own. So you got to think about that. If someone is looking at you and they're coming up to you, or someone's in front of you and they're squaring off, you know, be aware of that right hand. Yes, I get it, they might be left-handed, or yes, I get it, they might throw a jab or an uppercut or whatever. I'm talking in general. The general punch that I've seen thrown in the streets, probably 19 times out of 20, is a big overhand swinging right. So that's the punch that you've got to be aware of. Now you know what punch they're going to throw. Where should your eyes be? Where should you be looking? Now, if you were in a boxing match, I would always tell you to look into someone's chest area. If you're looking here on my chest, you know, your peripheral vision, you can see everything. But we're not in a boxing match, we're in the streets. And now in the streets, I would look directly into the person's eye, because when you're looking into someone's eye, again, 9 times out of 10, you can tell if they're going to throw the punch or not. So you can tell by their face, by their facial expressions, if they're getting angry, if their hands is getting tighter like this, you know, that's when they're going to throw that big overhand right. So I would look directly into their eyes. So now you know they're going to throw that right hand, you're looking into their eyes. Now, next thing is, where do you want to be standing? How do you want to be standing? This is very important. The last place you want to be is like up against a wall like this and someone's in front of you, or even just standing with like this in this position where you're standing upright, you know. You don't want to be against the wall because, you know, you cannot move back, and it's much harder to defend if you're against the wall. If you're in the boxing ring, it's the same thing. It's much harder to defend if you're against the ropes, but we're outside. So you want to try and get your back away from the wall. So now let's just say, for example, someone's standing here in front of me, and I think that they're going to throw this big right hand, which is on his obviously right side here. I want to try and move to my right, which is kind of away from the right hand. So I would put my hands up. This kind of means, like, you know, back off, and I would kind of like try and walk away. Now I'm getting my back off the wall and I'm moving away from his right side. I'm moving away from that big right hand. Now, if I'm moving to my right and he throws that right hand, you know, there's obviously less chance he's going to hit us, but as well, if it does hit us while I'm moving, it takes the sting out the punch, but we don't want to get hit. You never want to be against the wall, moving away to your right, which is away from his right. Now, your position, you don't want to be upright, stand like this. You need to be in this kind of stance with your left foot forward. You want to have loose knees here, and you want to be kind of, you know, ready, and a little bit of movement like this, just loose. You know, just loose, unless the fight started, and then I would be more, you know, moving more. So you're here, you're loose, because if you think I'm loose here, it's easier for me to slip off the punch. If I'm stiffing up right, it's harder for me to get away from the punch. So I want to be here, loose, and I'm ready. Now, if you want to get your hands higher and you want to be here saying no, like you've moved away here and it's like no, but you want to get in that boxing stance position. If you don't know anything about boxing, click the link below. I've got an ultimate guide on boxing where I teach you everything you need to know to learn the basics of boxing. Click it out, check that video out. But if you do know boxing, yeah, like I said, you want to get in this loose knees position and be ready for the punch coming rather than being a stiff upright target like that. Get ready. And as well, if you do get in this stance position, you're looking in his eyes, you can see that right hand's there, if it's clenching or not. If you are in this position as well and you've got your hands here, this guy's going to think, oh, he's in his boxing stance. He knows boxing. And that might get in his head a little bit and prevent him from throwing that punch. Now, another thing you could do is try and get him to throw the punch. Now, obviously, we don't want him to throw the punch, but if he's here and he's tensed up, and you want to know when that punch is coming, get him to throw the punch. So how do you get him to throw that punch? Well, I'll get him to throw that punch by feinting. If he's there and you got your hands up like this, a little feint like that, what he's going to do is react and then swing that punch. And now you know when that punch is going to come. But again, I don't know if I would recommend this because you don't want to throw the punch. You kind of want to avoid it and get out of there. Now you've anticipated this punch coming. Whether you do get him to throw the punch, where you can see that, or you can see the anger in his eyes or her eyes, or whoever it is going to throw that punch. How do you defend it? Because we've seen it now. How do you defend it? The best way to defend it, as long as you're away from the wall, is a lean back. Lean back, because this big sweeping right hand is coming straight, let's just say, for your chin. If you lean back, you're getting out the way of it. In boxing, I would say a step back, but that might take a little bit too long in the streets. And if you're not used to moving backwards and forwards fast on your feet, like what we do in boxing, then the lean back is probably the best way to get out the way. Another thing, if you are leaning back and the punch just seems to clip you, it's taking the sting out of the punch a little bit. So now you've defended it. Now, what do you want to come back with? I would come back with a straight, solid right hand. Lean back, boom, straight right hand. Again, so I'm this way, I've leaned back, the punches went over there, he's probably went over here, one, straight back with a straight right hand, aim straight for his face. Anywhere in his face, he'll get a shock. He'll go, oh, well, I've missed, I've punched, and then you can go from there. Whatever punches you want to throw, however you want to attack them, if you want to attack them, if you want to just throw that punch and then get out of there, get out of there. And if you can punch correctly, all it takes is one punch. And in the streets, it's not that hard to finish someone off with a punch. If you're defending yourself, if you defend it, then you come back with a punch of your own, a straight right hand, or a left hand if you're a southpaw. That'll be it. It'll be over. And if you're not that familiar with how to throw punches correctly, I highly recommend you learn boxing. You don't have to go in boxing and spar and get punched in the face and all that. You can go in boxing and learn how to punch, learn how to defend yourself, learn how to get the right form and technique. And my channel is full of everything boxing education, how to punch harder, how to punch faster, you name it, on here. So make sure you subscribe, check out my other videos on the channel. There's lots of links below with different videos on that is related to this video, and that'll help you learn boxing. And now the tip that I told you at the beginning, I'm going to tell you right now how you can improve your reactions. And that is, get a tennis ball, and you'll need a partner with this. You're going to stand up against the wall. The person in front of you, they're going to throw the ball at your head. You're just going to move and slip out the way of it. So when the person's throwing the ball, it's important that it comes straight for your head. You get your head off that line, and then you can advance that by getting your head off that line, slipping and coming back with a counter punch of your own. This is a great drill that you can do, and all you need is a tennis ball and a partner. If you've got any questions about this, I'd love to know them in the comments below. And if you did enjoy this video, if you got a tiny piece of value from it, please give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing for more great videos like this, and thank you for watching.